You're tuned into the Real Gay No Gimmick podcast, and it's Ladies Night, hosted by Jazzy B.
Okay, this ladies' night. We're here in the building. Females renting it hot. We got our own little topic, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get it popping. Now, one of the first things I gotta talk about is if your man takes you on a shopping spree, right? And he give you a limit, he give you the card, but he tell you, babe, you got 10,000, 100,000, whatever your limit is, right? Do you think that if you don't spend it all, you should get that change?
That's a good question.
No. Because for me, babe, daddy gets no change back.
I feel it. I feel like I mean, I probably see my way of thinking would be like I'm not even about to come back with no change. Like you gave me that spending limit, that's what I'm about to spend. I'm about to exhaust that.
Okay, so look, this is the situation. So a dude took his girl on a shopping spree, told her she had a limit, and she had like $80 left. Like bullshit money. Bullshit. Like no hundreds, no thousands, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And she said, I'm spend it on Amazon or whatever. And he was like, no, you ain't got no money left. Like, you're done. He wanted his change back. So, do you get your change back?
Nah, bro. You gave me that money to spend. You didn't say, hey, this is how much money I'm giving you. Whatever you don't use, I need it back.
No, he did. He gave her a limit.
Did she exhaust the limit in the store though?
Yeah.
Oh, see.
He gave her a limit in the mall. But the mall closed, and when the mall closed, she had $80 left. So she said she was gonna spend it on Amazon.
Yeah, man, like nah.
And he said, "No, give my $80 back."
Nah, we're not playing. Yeah, we're not playing that game. Nah, you gave me the money, like you told me that it was for me to spend. It was you gave me this money to spend, so that's what I'm doing. I'm spending the money.
But no, I feel the same way though.
I don't think I'm about to be giving that back.
Babe don't get no change, okay?
Nah, you shouldn't have gave me the money. You should have gave me exactly what you wanted me to spend if that was the case. Like exactly the amount that you wanted me to spend, and then say, hey, well, this is it for this place. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it. That don't make sense.
I feel that. I ain't even gonna lie, I do feel that. Because like I said, ain't getting no change back. He'll be mad at me. He'll be like, well, my change. What change?
What change? Right, ain't no change. Yeah, there ain't no change. I feel that.
What change you talking about? Where?
No, bro.
Change?
Yeah. Yeah, we not doing no change. That's like almost Indian giving. That's like almost Indian giving.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that's very funny.
At the same time, though, like I understand you giving me a limit.
Yeah.
But if I don't spend it all at the store, I gotta spend it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, like that money gotta go somewhere. Or unless it's gonna go in my pocket. And if it's on a credit card, I can't put it in my pocket. So And then after that, we're gonna go to. I want to go to this. So I don't know. Do you watch The Breakfast Club?
I can hear. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Okay, I was about to say I can hear you now. You gotta forgive me. I'm getting used to this. This is like my first time streaming in general. Like, so I'm learning. I'm learning that I probably need to use the laptop for real.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Okay.
On this together. Okay.
Okay. So my bad.
'Cause I think both our men just let us in the room alone.
Yeah.
So just
He
saying,
left me. He left me to fend for myself for real. Yeah, he did that because I don't know how to use none of this equipment and nothing in here, girl. Only thing I know how to do is turn on the lights. I
but
barely know how to do that.
okay. So that's another topic. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm okay. My man, he know how to do this. The the lights, the cameras, the editing, all that.
Yep.
Do none of that.
No,
I
I
feel
don't know
like
nothing
I'm
about no
just in the
technology.
background.
Girl, you see, I ain't got nothing back there. I don't even know how to. I can't even do that.
But I got the shirt on though.
I see that. I saw that. I like it. I like it.
Like, no, but I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We gonna
We
get
will
there.
get there.
We
Yep,
gonna get
for
there. And we ain't
sure.
gonna, in a minute we ain't gonna need them and they gonna be mad.
Right. That part. Oh, now
Mm.
you independent.
Mm-hmm. Cause he already know I do this technology shit. So
Right. Right. Same over here. I don't mess with this area. This
all I
ain't
need
me.
is tick tick boom and it's over with. And done.
Right.
But so now another thing is with the Breakfast Club. Okay, so you know the comedian Jessica Hilary.
Yeah, I've heard of her.
Okay, she on the Breakfast Club now.
Hmm.
Now it's supposed to be a girl that's taking over her spot. I can't even think of her name right now. And I watch this shit all the time, though. But I can't even think of her name right fucking now. But anyway, they talking about she supposed to be taking Jessica's spot. But I'm not even gonna lie, I thought the same thing though. You know what I'm saying? Because like before Jessica went on maternity leave because she just had a baby. So she went on maternity leave. And when she went on maternity leave, a girl was like subbing in for her. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
now it seemed like old girl is taking her spot. But to me, I always felt like old girl was taking her spot. So,
Pushing her out the seat. Okay, I got you.
like, how would that make you feel as a female? Like coming back from work, like I didn't put all my work in. I didn't got this position. The position is mine.
Hmm.
Y'all didn't tell me it was supposed to be 4 people. It was as far as I knew, it was supposed to be 3. You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden, I done got old girl to take my spot just because I was having a baby. And now
She has no, so basically she has no job. Is
she
what,
feel like she don't.
okay. But I mean, she felt like that, or is that like, is that facts? You know what I'm saying? Because like feelings and facts,
I, I,
sometimes don't correlate.
that's the crazy thing. That's the crazy thing because I really want to talk about it later because I wanted to know whether it was facts or feelings. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because as a you already know, as a female, we feel all kind of ways.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Very, very, very emotional creatures.
Yes. But when it comes to the fact, if you
Hmm.
replace me, then you're replacing me, and I need to know why you're replacing me. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I get that.
But I don't like. I really don't know. I've been watching, but I watched Breakfast Club. And I can
See,
see the
I would
uncomfortable.
never watch Breakfast Club.
Like I can see the uncomfortableness.
Okay. So you're on set together. So you're on set together, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm,
So it's 4 people instead of 3 initially. Okay,
mm-hmm,
with this additional person.
mm-hmm.
Okay, I see, I see. I mean, at
So
the end of
it's
the day,
uncomfortableness because it's supposed to be me, you, and him,
hmm
and we got this other person, and she on there regularly,
mm,
but she supposed to be my backup. Like that's the girl that I sent for y'all to fill in for me,
got it, got it.
and
Yeah.
now she supposed to be just taking my spot. Like that's crazy to me.
Hmm. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, that's something we should definitely definitely look into to see about whether or not, like, you know what I'm saying, like she's
Just
still
because
like
I had a baby, that means you could just
take my job. I mean, we gotta look at it this way. Most jobs that you get, they can fire you for pretty much any and everything, like without actual reason to do so. It's like an at will agency is what they
and
call it.
being
So
pregnant is one of the reasons they do fire you for. So
right. So it makes it a lot easier if that is the case, barring the fact that they don't necessarily have to give you a reason if that is the case. Not saying that is necessarily right, because obviously if you go out and you actually have medical leave and there's statutes for medical leave for, women that are pregnant going out 12 weeks, I believe it is, if they haven't extended that to like 18, I think. But also even for the men now too, in some agencies, they have the medical leave standard for them too. So it's like now if I left out of here for my ample time and like I come back and that's an
we
issue,
already got the medical leave for the husbands, though.
yeah,
That
yeah, I thought that was great for sure.
no, but that it's crazy, but it's great though
Hmm.
because the men deserve it too. At the same
Yeah.
time, because they deserve that time to be with their kids,
Hmm.
just like we do.
Yep. Yep.
Just
Sure
like
do. Yep. I
I got
agree.
that time. I gotta get my wounds together and whatever. But
Hmm.
even if you're a first time dad, second time dad,
Hmm.
whatever, you gotta know with this baby. All babies is different. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's great for the men to have a maternity leave. I really thought
Yeah.
that was the dopest thing that they did with the government for real. I ain't
Hmm.
gonna
Hmm.
lie.
Yeah, that was one positive. That was definitely a one positive out of it for sure. But I will say, like, if she now, granted, she could be in her feelings too. Obviously, when you come after having a baby, your emotions, hormonal thing is going on there. So, maybe she could just obviously too be in her feelings about just because she's not regulated. It might not even very well be as big of a situation as she might be making it out to be either. So, I mean, there's different ways to look at it for sure. But I know for a fact if somebody trying to take my job, like I got to came off medical leave, they're like when it's not explained, then that's a problem,
But
clearly.
hold on, you trying to take my job when
Yeah.
I like okay. Now you said you don't watch the Breakfast Club, but
Hmm.
Angela Lee left the Breakfast Club, so they had to find a whole nother female.
Did she get another show? Did she get a show? Did she get
Yeah,
her own show? That's who that was. Okay, so that's who I'm familiar with from there because I know she left the show to get her own. Okay,
hmm
got it.
she got her own show, but at the same time though, y'all found another female to fit in for her,
Hmm.
and it's the female that y'all found, and according to that female, it was only supposed to be y'all. It was supposed to be Charlamagne, Envy,
Hmm.
and Jessica Lee. That's
Hmm.
that's all. She got Lauren in there because she was on maternity leave and she needed somebody to keep up with her shit.
Right, right. That's definitely understanding.
She just went on Instagram and went live. Like she just went on Instagram and went dumb talking
Hmm.
about how she ain't know it's supposed to be a 4 people party. If it was supposed to be her, then they shouldn't have hired me. If I would have known this, da 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 da. Like,
Well, shoot, it's starting to sound more like a different that she her having a vendetta towards the woman for real. That's what it's starting to sound like. Like it don't even sound like this is mainly about a job for real.
did I ain't even gonna lie, at first it did, but then it didn't. Because the more I
Hmm.
listened to her, it didn't sound like a vendetta. I ain't even
Hmm.
gonna lie. The more I listened
Hmm.
to the video, it didn't sound like a vendetta. Like it really sounded like
She
uh
emotional. She emotional and hormonal. That's what.
it sounded like they trying to kick me out and put her in.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, shoot, but they both still on the show though, right?
Yeah, right now.
So, I
But
mean,
it sounded like even it sounded like okay. It sounded like I'm on the show, but they love you more, so they fucking with you more.
right, right, right. But it's also starting to sound like she has an issue with the fact that this lady is even on the show in general. Like, it's not even so much as like she replacing her because clearly I would say if she was replacing her, then she wouldn't even be on the show no more. Like that woman would be literally taking her place. Like she would not even be on the show anymore. So like I said, it just sounds more like emotional, hormonal changes because you don't want her on the show. You just wanted to be 3 people on the show. Like that's what it sounds like. Like
But if that's what I signed up for, that's what I signed up for. I ain't signed up for 4 people to be on
true.
the show.
I mean, I feel it. I don't know what their contracts and stuff look like, so I can't even
Exactly.
speak on
That's
that part.
what
So
you said.
that's the hidden part of it. So yeah. That's different. That's wild. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, she got
Yeah.
a couple options. And she can either get over it or,
She even went back to her. She said she was Jessica Moore. She said she wanted Jessica with the mess. She went back. She went back to her name.
hmm,
That's
interesting.
how mad she was about it. She was on
That's
Instagram
crazy.
going ham, bro. She was on Instagram going ham.
Hmm, yeah.
She
I
went
think
back.
we should
I
definitely
want to
look into that some
say,
more.
I want to say her last name is Moore. She said Jessica Moore. She went all the way back to that.
Hmm. Mm-mm. Yeah. There, we just need to look into that some more for sure. Because that
Same.
sounds crazy.
Cause I'm like, it's gonna come out a little bit more later on down the line. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Cause
Mm-hmm.
Lauren gonna talk, Envy gonna talk, Charlamagne gonna talk. Like it's gonna be a.
Everybody gonna put their 2 cents in. Everybody gonna put their little 2 cents in for sure.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I totally agree. Well, let me see. The next thing I want to talk about We're gonna do the Kobe Bryant. I mean, Kobe. That
Oh,
LeBron.
yes. God rest his soul for sure.
Oh, we know. Yeah. Look, I wasn't a Kobe fan, but I fucked with Kobe. I ain't even gonna lie. Not a Kobe
Yeah.
fan,
Yeah.
but I
It was just
fucked.
a tragic, it's a tragic way, to
Yeah.
leave in general.
But
So
at the same time, like even before his death, though, I didn't fuck with him, but I liked him. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I liked his character,
mhm.
but I didn't like him as a basketball player. I didn't like him.
Got you. Got
He
you.
with the
Understood.
Lakers. I'm a New Yorker. I
Got
don't like
you.
the
Got
Lakers.
you. From
Fuck
that standpoint.
them.
Understood.
Fuck them. Okay, but anyway, but
So yeah. Yeah, the LeBron James thing.
LeBron
Yeah.
James with his son though.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
I feel like LeBron, tried to play the defensive dad a little bit too much. And I understand, wanting to see the best in your children, obviously wanting the best for your children, want them to be just like you, obviously, because they're half of you. But it's like, look, we also need to be very logical with our kids as well, especially when they become adults and understanding like your boy is not as good as you, bro. Your son is not as good as you, okay? He would have never even been in the position that he's in if it wasn't for you being who you are. Okay, so him being LeBron, who being who he is, gave his son the foot in the door. As as with most things in life in society, like if you got money, then you're born into money. You more 9 times out of 10, you have money, or people respect you the same exact way that your family members have money the same way. So it's like at the end of the day, yeah, he did too much. He didn't have to, obviously the whole Shannon Sharp thing with the that arguments and stuff like that,
With Stephen A.
that he had on the basketball field. Obviously, you shouldn't be talking about anybody else's son. Obviously, in certain in certain fashions. But yeah, LeBron played the defense card a little bit too much. Yeah, your son is not that great, bro.
Okay, but at the same time though, ain't that what we do with our kids though?
Yeah, I mean, we want to uplift our children. Yes, we want them to be the better versions of ourselves, obviously, but we also need a come a time and a point where we're also logical with, with what we're saying. Like
Now,
it has to make sense.
I ain't even gonna lie. I was watching something on TV and it said the same thing because they was like, if your kid ain't great, your kid ain't fucking great. Like, quit telling your kid he's great and he not. And I understand that, but
To some degrees, it's about the age in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, if your child is 3, 4, 5, and 6, and they are like, I want to be greater, you're gonna encourage them to be great, obviously. But I mean, if they get older and hey, they're just not in the position of where they need to be, I guess physically or athletically, then I mean, you want to call that out for them so they can either strengthen it or maybe derail and find something else. You know what
but
I'm
at
saying?
what
Like.
age do you do that though? That's the
I think
crazy
it's
thing.
I think it's all about the
Because
I think it's
what
all about the
age do you do
person.
that though? Because my son can be, and my kids is older. They way
Hmm.
older. Like my kids damn near grown.
Hmm.
Okay, so if my son is like 12, 13, and that nigga think he could, I got videos of my son where he thought he could ball like a motherfucker.
Hmm.
That nigga can't play basketball worth shit now.
Hmm. Okay.
No,
Well, I
like
think I think there's a difference between wanting to play basketball and thinking you're great at basketball or whatever, and then talking about wanting to be an NBA type of thing. Because like that's a whole different, what I'm saying? That's a whole different feel. Because like
it,
you can love sports and want to play sports and be great, what I'm saying? Like be mediocre at just playing sports. But hey, you might not be to the advantage of being an NBA player or an athletic star in that facet. Like
But
There's
who
levels to it.
the NBA star? Like you don't even know if you are the NBA level.
Well, you will learn that based off of, feedback from other people, people that are watching you when you're actually playing sports in school. Like you're gonna get the feedback to obviously make a decision on whether or not you're great enough to be in that position. Like we can work towards things, but you have to like there has to be groundwork, obviously.
I don't think that means anything. Like because a scout can come to you and say that you're dope, and
Oh,
a scout, like
okay.
the scout people that be out there,
Yeah. Hmm.
they come to you and say that you dope, but you don't make it to the NBA.
Well, that's also too about work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Like these people have to grind very, very hard. They have to put in a lot of hours, a lot of working out, eating
That's
properly.
that's
It's a lot of management. There's a lot of strong discipline in that. So it's like, yeah, and I can assure you, scouts ain't gonna waste their time on somebody that don't see potential in, and that's just the reality. If this person has the potential to be a star, period. And that's how I think. Like you have to put in the footwork. You got to put in the work ethic to be noticed to some degree. They're not going to waste their time because we all know that academics also plays a big role on you becoming a star. You can't just be a great basketball player and not have the academics to back it up. These people want to pay for you to go to school. Like they not about to pay for nobody that's mediocre or they
they
don't have no discipline.
don't care about your academics. They only care about what you do on the field. They don't care about your academics for real.
Well, you can't play sports unless your academics is right.
Yeah, and if you're a good sports player, your academics gonna be right.
Right. So if you don't, like I said, that all those things have to align though. If you don't have one without the other, you're merely
And
nothing
you're not
anyways. You can be a great basketball player and your academics can suck. That means you're not going anywhere. You're just merely a good player.
but depending on what school you go to and the teachers that you have, your academics will be right regardless, just because they want you on the field.
Not always. There's
I'm
kids,
not
there's
saying
kids I
not
went to school
always,
with.
saying
There's
always.
kids I went to school with that academics sucked ass. Like they were terrible. They were terrible with academics, and they didn't even care to even get help with their academics. But all they wanted to do was play sports. And their teachers constantly told them like, "Hey, if your academics don't align up, you're not even going to be able to play
So
sports." Period.
motherfuckers that was special in special class and they
Special
passed.
classes.
Yes,
Well,
special.
how many special needs kids do you see in the NBA
No, I'm
or in
not
the NFL?
saying by period. They just passed motherfuckers just to pass them. It don't even matter.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what
because there's no child left behind. But I'm talking about like if you're trying to be bigger and better than the majority of people, like if you're not trying to be like a normal average person, that's what I'm speaking on. Not like not being an average person, which is considered a person that's like 2% or 3% of people that are making millions of dollars, people that are actually athletes and stuff of that and things of that nature. Like they have a different level of discipline, or they should have a different level of discipline.
they don't. I don't think they do.
Shoot, they do, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be where they are, and that's for sure. There has to be a certain level of discipline. If there's not, then you're not going anywhere. You're merely stuck. But I feel like, LeBron, granted, he raised his son obviously to play sports. He following his tracks, but as I stated before, I don't believe that he's as great as he is, in that aspect. And sometimes us as parents are also afraid to say that maybe we was wrong, or you know what I'm saying, like because we want our kids to be so great, and we don't want to be honest and real with them either.
And that's the problem that a lot of people say. They say that um especially nowadays, when kids go to like they do the Pee-wee, you get
Hmm.
you just get you get an award just for being there.
Right. Especially nowadays with sports, and you are right. Like there isn't like they they don't instill like the things that they used to instill in the kids back in the day. They making them more softer is what they're doing. And so I understand exactly what you're saying. Like with Pee Wee, like, oh, you're good, you got it, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't instill the toughness in them like they should. And I do agree with that for sure. Absolutely. I definitely get that. And it
Time with,
starts from when they're in Pee Wee. It starts from the Pee Wee.
but when you get older, that's when your parents is really on your neck. Like, oh, he's dope. He dope.
Hmm.
He can do this. He can do that. And you don't really know if he could do that or you know what I'm saying?
True.
Like
Sometimes parents
Brian,
hype their kids
Brian
up for
was
sure.
Brian was saying that Bronny could beat motherfuckers in the NBA right now, and he was in college.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I heard something. Yeah, I heard that. Hmm.
Like, bro, you putting a big title on your like you putting a big thing on your son back.
Yeah, like literally. Yeah. Yeah, he's not even saying that. So it's like, yeah, like
Yeah,
it
Brian.
would be different if Bronny was running around saying that. Like he's not even saying that.
So okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I just think, we just need to be more realistic with our children for real and not feed them false hope. Like, and
I
that's
agree.
just the real.
I agree.
Unfortunately, when they're young, like we were saying about like even Pee Wee age, like I think, us being mothers, even being moms, like we're soft on them. And we want to show them that gentle love, obviously, and the ability that they can do whatever and anything, obviously. But at some point too, like I said, we just need to be realistic with our kids
Hmm.
and not
So
not feed them false hope.
my next topic is okay. So um, Journey. What is her name? Journey. What's her
Oh, the Smollett girl.
Mullet?
Yeah, from Eve Smollett. Is it Smollett or what is it? I can't remember. Mullet?
Mullet.
It's
Mullet.
something along those
Whatever.
lines. We're butchering the hell out of it. I'll tell you that much. But
Mhm.
I know you're talking about the Eve Bayou girl. Yeah, from like 1995. Like, yeah, we can never forget that movie. Like, never forget that movie.
My favorite. I
Never.
love that movie, man. Boy, that's one of my favorite movies in the
Yeah, a classic of all times for
class.
sure.
Class.
Yes, absolute classic.
Like as much as it made me cry, I will watch that
Yeah,
movie
and
every
upset.
come on. That
Yeah, it definitely made me cry and very upset for sure.
every
Yeah,
time I will watch that bitch.
yeah,
But
yeah,
her husband.
yeah. This crazy fool.
Hmm.
Not okay with him right now. Yeah.
Let's talk about
Um, yeah, I for him to be getting $7,000 a month in child support and then also trying to hit you over the head with a $1 million um lawsuit
we got the
for
$1 million first.
huh?
We got the $1 million before.
Oh,
If
did
I'm
he? Okay,
mistaken.
because
If
I
I'm
thought
not
that
mistaken, he got the $1 million before the case settled.
okay, so my
He
my
gave him $1 million
understanding.
just to be like nigga bye.
Nah, because from my understanding that they've been divorced, so they've been divorced since 2021. Because I did a little bit of back history on the situation, personally, because I had already been reading about it prior to this, and apparently. She divorced him in 2021. I think divorce was final in 2021. That's when he sued her for the child support slash alimony that he gets 7,000, excuse me, $7,000 a month in that. And then apparently, so 4 years after the divorce, so now 4 years after the divorce, which would be fast forward to 2025 now,
Come on.
he's suing her for $1 million for her assets that she received prior to their 10-year marriage. So he is dabbing in her money that she built before they even got married for 10 plus years, but that's a California state law, unfortunately.
And after, though. He was
Yeah.
before and after.
So that my biggest issue, I can understand maybe the before situation, like as far as for him suing whatever he sued for, but as far as for after we'd have been separated, we'd have been divorced final for 4 years, and then you go back and sue me for $1 million for my assets that I built for my hard-earned life of doing my, being an actress is absolutely ridiculous. Like, bro, you slump as hell for that. Like, why? Like, because I make so much money, you feel like you could just hit me over here for my money? Like, that's legit her money for real.
And
That's crazy work.
I feel the same way because whatever money I earned before you, that ain't got nothing to do with you.
Facts. Like, not even a little bit. Like,
not even a little bit.
I pay for my son. I legit pay for my son. Like, what do you need more of my money for when I'm paying you for my child? And you know how, like, we already bashed the women for
401k and everything, though.
Yeah. It's everything. He dabbing in everything. So it's just like the women that put the men on the child support, and they talk about how, oh, well, this child support money is for me to get my hair done and my nails done. What are you talking about? That money is for the child. Why is he suing her for more money? She paying for her child every month. What do you need $1 million for? I'm confused. We are no longer a thing. You shouldn't need anything from me.
Hold on. Because let's go here. We did the same thing on our podcast on Road Game No Gimmick. And you already know I was on with JPG and LBC. Okay? And LBC said, "You're not about to take me back to Burger King." He said, "I've been eating filet mignon all this time. You gonna take me back to Burger King?" I bet I don't.
See that's what but that's the mindset. Like, I don't feel like they should put the stipulations on people's mindset to feel like, oh, well, I have lived this way for X amount of time in my life, and for me to go back down to eating Burger King is absolutely ridiculous. That is bullshit.
But
Life happens.
they do it with the females too. When
Yeah, they do it. You're right, but it more commonly happens with men more so than it does the women, unfortunately. But more so nowadays, it's starting to catch up with itself, and it'll eventually plan itself out because women want to be equal to men. So at the end of the day, it's gonna be more women going through the same situation for sure because we want to be equal to men so badly.
yeah, because that's why Mary J. Blige is going through what she going through.
And that's the reason also why what's her name that talking about she don't want to go 50-50 with Dwayne Wade anymore is going through what she's going through because why you want to be equal to a man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's crazy work. Like, I don't understand. That's wild.
But
Yeah,
if that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing though. Like,
but it just looks so much worse for a man to be doing that to a female though. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, it just looks so much worse.
it is because it looks so much worse. But at the same time, though,
is it worse though? Is it really worse though, or is that just really a feeling?
They doing the same thing that we doing.
Right.
When I leave you, nigga, I need all my money, all my residuals, all my
What's mine is mine. Mine, mine, mine.
Here like this, I need all mine. You know
Facts.
what
It's gonna be like a whole minion. Mine, mine, mine. It is mine. Facts. And I get it. Like, but it's like, man, not hitting
I
nobody over the head
mean?
for money that was
Are
old
you
though.
coming at me for shit in the background that you ain't had nothing to do with, or future shit? That's crazy as fuck to me.
Right. I could
You
understand
know
if it
what
was assets that we built
I'm saying?
together.
I can understand what we did together,
Yeah.
but you're not about to get nothing before. Nigga, I was an actress before you got here.
Bro, she was an actress at a snot nose. Like, bro, what is you talking about? Why is
So
you
why
dabbing in
am
my
I
money from a kid?
getting
That's all my money from a kid, bro.
Make that make sense. Like, make that make sense, bro.
It does not.
Now, if I'm paying you for the time we've been together, what,
Hmm.
like, what has she done at this time? What, a Tyler Perry movie? She did a
So apparently, so what I was reading is that like she's literally got a couple more actress gigs on things that are coming up soon. So it's not
no,
like apparently she ain't even really hurting for money.
no, we're not talking about coming up. I'm talking about what she got paid for.
Oh, you talking about in her past?
Yeah, no,
Oh
period.
yeah.
Since they've been together, I think she only did a Tyler Perry movie.
Oh, when they was married.
Yeah,
Got you. Now I follow. Right. But that ain't got nothing to do with all the money that she has, built up since, obviously then. But yeah, they ain't even built nothing together, really is what you're basically saying.
we haven't. We ain't built
Got
nothing
you.
together. And you was a stay-at-home dad, as far as I know. You was a stay-at-home.
Um, I don't know. I know that he has some type of job too. He does have a job. I can't remember what industry he's in, but obviously he doesn't make as much money as she does, clearly, because she wouldn't be paying out all this money if that was the case. So yeah, I mean, yeah, clearly he needs it.
But at the same time, if you got custody of my child, you a stay-at-home dad.
Right, I'm not quite understanding that. Yeah, and that's the part I'm not understanding either.
The child is better off with you than me.
Somehow they figured that to be the case, clearly. Yeah, I don't know what revolved around that situation either, but for her to have to be paying child support like that in general, but clearly they seen that he was better fit to be the person to have custody. So not understanding that. Or maybe not even custody, maybe like
Yeah, probably
shared
like
custody maybe.
custody or whatever,
Hmm.
but still,
But he still has soul, he still has the soul. He's a sole provider for the child.
he
Either
got
way.
custody. That's why
Hmm.
he's getting that money.
Hmm. Right. He wouldn't be getting that if that wasn't the case for sure. Obviously. Mm, yeah. That shit just don't sit well with me. Like that's wild, bro.
Okay.
Not at
Now
all.
my last thing, and we're gonna end this on this note. My last thing is that a female went into the store to buy her son some shoes. Did you see this?
Mm-mm.
Okay. A female went into the store to buy her son some shoes. Uh damn. Oh my god, I can't remember whose shoes it was. But whoever shoes it was, she was like, you can't get him. He don't take care of his kids.
Hmm.
You get some Kobe's, you get this, you get this, but you're not getting that. How you feel about that?
So let me make sure I'm understanding. So a woman took her son into the store to get a pair of shoes,
Mm-hmm.
a specific brand name of shoes, obviously, and he was told what now that he couldn't get the pair of shoes that he wanted. Is that what it was? She told him that he couldn't get the pair of shoes that he wanted. Okay.
You said
All
go in the
right.
store to get you some shoes.
Got it.
He went to the store, he picked out some shoes. And the shoes that he picked up, a girl said, the mom said, he don't take care of his kid. You can't get his shoes. Get some Kobe.
Oh,
And get
so the guy that makes the shoes doesn't
the
take care of his kids, so you can't get those shoes.
basketball player. Yeah.
Um, it's like kind of like the very first topic, bro. Like you clearly acting off emotions. Like, did somebody scar you? Is your husband or is your ex or your baby daddy not taking care of his son? Cause, bruh, like that's crazy work, bro.
I thought it was
That's
crazy
like
too,
that's
myself.
like me saying, well, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna. Well, and I'm pretty sure people would feel the same way. I'm not gonna buy Sean John's underwear because he's who he is. Like, you know, I feel like that is just. Oh my gosh, that's so petty.
She literally told her son that he cannot get the shoes. She was like, buy Kobe. Kobe, Kobe take care of his kids. LeBron take care of his kids. Blah, blah, blah. Like, she was picking up all kind of shoes. Like, you
Bruh, I would say that this woman is petty and emotional and needs some counseling. Cause that's that, bro. Why is you even putting that on your son, bro? Your son ain't got nothing to do with this man that does not
oh
take
yeah,
care of his kid.
I
Like he just wants the shoes,
was
bro.
honestly, this boy was 10 years old. Like, he was he was like 8 or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
he was a little boy. And
Even more reason.
he just wanted the shoes.
Yeah, that boy don't care nothing about that.
And she was like, oh no, you can't get them. He don't take care of his kids. I ain't buying you them shoes.
Yeah, that boy cares nothing about that.
Right? My thing is, especially with a lot of parents, y'all put too much on y'all kids.
Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah.
grow up like this. We didn't grow up with all of this bullshit technology, boop, 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 boop. We didn't grow up with all of this. But nowadays, it's like parents just talk to their kids anyway. They do anything. The kids see everything, and it's
Yep. Yep.
fine.
hmm they be friend zoning them. That's why. Friend
That's
zoning.
cute. And my kids is older. My kids is older, but that shit is still not cute.
Yeah, yeah, he didn't need that boy didn't need to know all that.
I would never tell my son he can't have no shoes because this nigga don't take care of his kids.
Right. Like
What does that have to do with my son getting a pair of shoes?
well her reasoning probably merely is just because at the end of the day, obviously the money that she's spending on the shoes it does go to his pocket. He obviously and that's her understanding of why she doesn't want to probably, but it's stupid to tell your child something like that when he doesn't even understand that.
That's
I think she
plain.
would have came out better saying she couldn't afford them, maybe, or can you find a different shoe, maybe. I
He
think that would have been more of a. That's one of those people where you would lie to your child or sugarcoat or cover something up because, like, clearly they don't need to know all that. Like, bro, I'm just gonna like I can't afford this shoe right now. Can you find a cheaper shoe or something like that? Like, that just came out better doing that.
And I swear I swear he wasn't even 10 years old.
Yeah, he doesn't.
She
Yeah,
like, he don't take care of his kids. I'm not buying this shoe. Like,
yeah, that's an internal thing. Like I said, that's an internal thing. Her baby daddy ain't taking care of her son. That's what that is. She was having a reflecting moment.
'cause where they do that at? I just want to know where they do that at.
I've never heard of anything like that before ever in my life, I must say.
Like,
But
I ain't even a shoe person, okay? But if I go in and I see some J's, I'm not gonna be like, oh, son, you can't get no J's because Jordan don't take care of his kids.
Right. I'll be like, boy, I can't afford them shoes. Buy something cheaper. That's what I'll be like, boy, get something cheaper.
Ain't that cute right there? Don't you like that?
Right. Ain't them, don't you like them right there? I know you like them colors. And that's like, that's one of those things where it's like, back in the day, you tell me don't involve your children in grown folks' business. They child needs to stay in a child's place because like they don't need to have the understanding of
And
they
that's
need to
what
be they need to be as premature and innocent as stay as innocent as long as possible.
I think now they don't care about that.
No, no,
I
no.
think now
Our
it's
our culture our culture in general has
out here.
demolished a lot of that. Like it's just
It's just
horrible.
out here. It ain't no
Hmm.
village to raise them. It ain't nobody like aunties or the grandmas or whatever to come outside and yell at them other than your mom and them. It ain't like it's not the same.
No, no. You tell somebody kids something, they about ready to fight your ass. Like literally, they
Or
about
they
ready to go
out
ahead. Huh?
or they gonna curse you out.
Yep, yep, for sure. Yeah, that's my child. You worry about your child, don't worry about mine. But it's like, bro, last time I checked, it definitely takes a community to raise a family, and like it takes a village to raise a family, and you sitting up here acting like that. So it's
They
like, yeah, and then you wonder why them kids be like, or how they are how they are. So
motherfuckers is bad.
that's why, right, that part. Like they getting worse and worse, and then the age is getting younger and younger for crime rates. Like that's the crazy part. You got 14-year-olds running around stealing cars and shit. Like what? 14
And
wouldn't think about stealing nobody's car.
shooting 14
What?
year olds in them
And
and
shooting, carrying guns bigger than my body parts. Like what? What is going on? Like,
I got 14-year olds doing life. Like what? This was fun though. So if you can find some topics you want to talk about, let me know.
yes, this connection is something else. Girl, I gotta get this. I gotta get this resolved.
So we got damn near an hour.
Hmm.
We're gonna call it quit.